Another 30 below morning in Yellowknife. And Mikey needs to talk to his father as soon as the morning passenger flight rolls in.
Me and Rod are going to Sacramento this afternoon to an aircraft auction, and I'm kind of concerned because my father, we haven't discussed anything. So, you know, me and Rod are kind of going down to California half-assed blind.
So you guys getting ready to leave at noon, Mike?
Yeah. We haven't discussed anything about it yet.
Mikey needs Joe's advice about what bids to make on the planes up for auction.
So is there any expectations or anything? How's that, Sophie just puking right now?
Whenever Mikey mentions it, something always just seems to come up. Mikey's got his eye on one specific model that's up for sale, the Lockheed P-3 Orion. It's a military-spec firefighting powerhouse.
It's Electra on steroids. It's lighter, it's shorter, and it's got more power. Does anyone have any money? Do we have any money?
Mikey wants Joe's green light, but Buffalo's getting cash-strapped during the winter season.
The company gets kind of financially strained this time of year, and it's not really a time of year to, you know, to start gambling money that you don't have. Like, me and Rod are leaving here in a couple hours. No one's talked about it. I talked to Orion yesterday. They're more than happy to see us. I don't know, what's your thoughts? Like, what's the tank worth to you? There's a whole bunch of questions.
Joe's still not weighing in.
They put her outside for a few minutes. She'll come in near their door.
Finally, Mikey gets an answer, but not the one he was hoping for.
But what I'm interested in our union is parts pieces. We survive on parts, we don't survive on airplanes. Especially APUs laying around, GPUs, air starts, all that shit. Right now, we got airplanes. We need parts.
He's really adamant that it was about the parts, not about the planes. Planes are very easy to get distracted with, so he's thinking about parts, because no use having planes if you don't have parts.
But once they get to California, the boys could find the urge to buy the planes more powerful than Joe's orders.
All right, see you later. Good luck. You got everything?
Right here.
Okay.
If they don't fit in the sea can, don't bring it back.
You don't have a rental car?
No.
The boys from Buffalo have landed in California.
Tried not to be different, I guess. Rod was wearing traditional footwear. He sported his mukluks all the way from Yellowknife all the way to California.
The next morning, Rod and Mikey head to the conference's trade show.
Oh yeah, no, this is kind of cool. Like, this is a whole new level of imaging.
The McBryans take some time to check out the latest advancements in aerial firefighting,
Look at all the white people.
including infrared cameras
No,
and fire retardant gel.
that's wild. I gotta try that out.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hold it a little bit.
That's pretty cool, man. And you say it's non-toxic, eh?
Yes. Yep.
You should do a shooter.
How's it taste?
Tastes like porridge. It's not that bad. I actually go for second. You gotta enter that in your calories.
But the real draw of this conference is at the local airfield, where all the aircraft up for auction are on display.
The real draw to go down to California was to take a look at the parts and pieces that are around these P-3s that are for sale, because that's what we need to keep our Electras going. Yeah, it's a P-3. Look how nice she is. Look how clean. She's a cool airplane. But mostly, we're interested in the tank. In Sacramento, our mindset was the firefighting tanks that bolt onto the bottom of the airplane. Those were our priorities, because that's what's up we can use right now that can bolt onto our Electras and put them to work. What they have here is we got a constant flow tank. That's a high-end tank. So this airplane, it's a shame that it's not being used. It's a beautiful, you know, it's probably the world's perfect firefighter.
As far as being able to run in and out of canyons and stuff, this is the airplane to do it, just because it's so powerful.
But the company that owns the P-3s lost their major firefighting contract, so they have to unload the fleet.
It's unfortunate that they're not flying right now. I don't know how to explain that.
My father was quite right. He said stay away from the airplanes because they'll distract you from the parts. And you know, he is right. The first thing I noticed is that it's really simple. Like our lectures, when you sit in there, it's just like, what the hell's going on? Once I was in the airplanes, it was like the sirens calling. They were like really drawing me towards it. So we went through it and I kind of lost focus and I kind of got wanderlust in these airplanes thinking, why can't we fly these home? They're good to go.
Nice plane.
After one quick look, Rod and Mikey are already head over heels.
3 years ago, these things, what, $4 or $5 million airplanes? Now they're to the lowest bidder, really.
Yeah. But we gotta take a look at those Broncos. This is another airplane we're not allowed to have.
Tomorrow, they get a private demo of the P-3 fleet. Resisting the temptation to bid could be impossible. In Sacramento, Mikey's meeting up with Buffalo's American Electric consultant, Don Deo.
But yeah, this is a lot of old stuff here.
Tomorrow, he'll help guide Mikey and Rod through the auction.
Look at the Pony Express, eh?
Yeah. This must have been the end of the trail then.
Yeah, the first food mill?
Yeah, first sked.
But today, he's guiding Mikey through Old Sacramento, the city's Old West district.
This is the horse, eh? What do you think? We're for riding a horse?
Sure, why not?
Hey, Pepper. How's it going there, bud? This is before DC-3s. This is what they had to do, eh?
This is before a lot of things.
And the one thing about the territories is it's the oldest rock in the world, but there's no history, really. Yeah, it's pretty bad when, 1975 is like the oldest building. But here it's like, oh yeah, that's right Earp, puked over there, and, that's where Burt Reynolds was conceived.
There's your Buffalo right there.
Buffalo Bob. Oh, just like home.
Yeah. That one's all carved out.
Oh, nailed.
Yeah.
Did you bring any green paint?
No, I didn't.
Oh. Hey, the Village Hat Shop. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, perfect.
Does it
The
work?
Mad Hatter.
Is it
Yeah, it works
vintage?
for you.
An Old Sacramento, eh? Beaver brand. Well, I reckon I'm gonna wreck something. Oh, there we go. Moves like Jagger. I'm running for Congress. Talking to me, punk? Ba-bam, ba-bam.
This is a Stetson. It's made out of buffalo.
Oh, buffalo, eh? I've never seen one before. Rootin' tootin'. Top of the morning, lady. Actually, I like this hat.
Enjoy your new Buffalo Stetson.
Oh, thank you. Ready to go. There. Dang, brother. First time I used a green shotgun, I kind of like it.
Buffalo green?
It's a nice color. Geez, I'm starting to like this town. I'm gonna just set up shop here.
The next morning in Sacramento, Mikey, Rod, and Don are supposed to be on the hunt for electric parts.
Yeah, a little cool out there.
Go ahead, how follow you?
This is everything.
So behind that gate there is all our critical inventory for the P3s.
Okay.
This is all the jacks and all the different sands for all the, lifting all the airplanes and stuff. This is kind of the stuff that we can use in Yellowknife. This is the stuff that Joe likes.
But Rod and Mikey are more interested in the fleet of pristine water bombers just outside the door.
You ready to go look at an airplane?
Sure thing.
Which one's your favorite?
1-7.
1-7? The Plane Whisperer. Don's out there, having some alone time with the airplane.
Well, that's a lightning bonding strip there, and from the way it's kind of frayed and everything there, it almost looks like it probably took a lightning strike. And again, looking for corrosion, any possible cracking or leaking of steering fluids. So far, all of them I've looked at look to be in really good shape, so I mean, they're well cared for, so not looking too bad.
Awesome.
I'm gonna sit here in the center. Yep.
So we got
I love this.
Probably real similar to your.
I like that. Never heard one of those fire up from sitting in the cockpit.
Okay, 2 is selected.
Mikey?
Rod and Mikey expected planes headed for the junkyard, ready to be scavenged for bits and pieces.
What we did find is there's a full office, all the records, the airplanes have been moved and kept in a serviceable state. There's a full operation here, like ready to fly.
That one fired right up.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Seeing these perfect firefighting machines stuck on a ramp doesn't sit well with any McBryan.
It is a crime, especially when they said all 7 of them can leave by Tuesday if they got a call today.
All we gotta do is figure out how to sneak one back into Canada.
Yeah.
Paint a big beaver on the side of it there, national animal. And
Despite Joe's clear orders, Mikey and Rod are plotting how to get these P-3s flying in Arctic skies.
You'll be green one day, eh?
Mikey soon has a new problem to worry about. Following Joe's orders, he and Rod only bought parts, not planes, down in California.
Geez, where's Rod? Huh, he's not even in there. When we went down to Sacramento to look at those P-3s, he never came back, and we had the opportunity to bid on him. He's still here. Maybe he's in Forbes' office. My father wasn't really too, excited about it.
5,000 hours or something like
But now, Mikey's hearing differently from their American consultant, Don Deo.
That might have been it. It might have gone then.
Which one?
25?
25, and I think he bid 410,000 something on 22.
The closing date of the bid came and passed. We thought, oh, we missed it. Who bid on the airplanes?
We did.
Oh.
Joe got on the phone with me the other night, and so Joe said, tell them bid one low ball and one a little bit higher, top and bottom.
My father's taking a huge risk, putting a bid down for these P-3s even before we even got paid for our CL-215s in Korea. Holy shit. So, as of right now, we don't know, but we could be possibly owner of a P-3 right now?
That is very close to being correct, yes.
Mikey and Rod followed Joe's orders and resisted the urge to bid.
Yeah, right with you.
But Joe defied his own orders.
My father can be very impulsive sometimes. He actually goes out of his way, to create chaos and do things his own way. And this day wasn't an exception.
In the end, the lure of this ideal tanker was just too much for Joe.
You could fight fire anywhere in the world with a P-3 because you get fuel for it. And I felt it was a good tanker and had a place in Canada. I felt I should bid on it.
But he didn't tell anyone.
I phoned Dale because no one was telling me anything. So I called Dale and said, Dale, what's going on with Sacramento? And he said, there's 2 bids, and it looks like we might even got both of them, if those were our bids.
We're right with you. You gotta get this flight away.
Mikey's always put up with Joe's impulsiveness. Not this time.
And when I gave you the stuff on Friday, all that stuff, that's not the first time I gave it to you. What about all the time me and Rod wanted to discuss it?
I don't want to argue right now but you don't bring it up, you go do something about it.
My father started criticizing me that I didn't spend enough time with the airplanes and know what was going on.
Despite his strict instructions, Joe wanted Mikey to take the reins and bid on the planes.
That's why I thought he'd come home and put it together and see it to completion.
It could the company. My father placed in bids on these P-3s. Honestly, we didn't have that cash.
Joe's impulsive move may have plunged him into a deal he can't cover, leaving the company at risk and Mikey fed up.